Hi, it's Jay from Iridescent Tarot back with some more sparkle for you. So today I wanted to talk about 10 summer decks. I feel like we're all ready for a little bit of summer lightness, and I tried to pick out decks that I felt had that vibe. And you better trust and believe that if I had already received my Lennox Reese Folkloric Waters Kickstarter yet, that would be included in this. Because I feel like that's one of the most summery looking decks ever. But it's not, so alas, you'll have my answers here for what I do have on hand. But up there with some of the most summery images, I have this. This is the Tarot of the North Atlantic. I jumped on this after I saw it on Shanna, Sincerely Shanna D's channel, and it was such a good decision. The artistry that went into creating these fabric collages just astounds me. And I find myself just pulling this deck out so that I can flip through the cards and enjoy the imagery on its own. No need to do tarot readings, no need to be doing anything serious, just to look at them and appreciate them and gaze at them. And I feel like that really mindful moment is worthwhile for me. And so if this deck is going to facilitate that, then I am so happy to have it. It's a little bit pippy. There are no humans. There are just animals in some of the cards, not all of them. And some of the suits are renamed. I'm okay with that for this deck. I don't know. I just feel like I'm okay with whatever this deck does. I'm okay with it because it's like just to go with the flow, man. Look at this death card. You see the whale carcass below, and then its shadow or ghost whale up here floating away. Yeah, I just love this. I feel like it's so summery, so beachy. The color palette, the artwork, everything about it screams summer to me. However, I love this so much that I'm hoping that as the seasons progress that I won't want to not work with it because it's not like seasonal or whatever. So time will tell how much I want to reach for this in the off season, but for the time being, this is a deck that I reach for and love looking at all the time. For the curious, I've got on Ethereal Spirited Away, one of my favorites. And then for perfume, I've got this Byredo Sun-Dazed perfume. This has notes of lemon, mandarin, neroli, jasmine, sambac, and musks. So the lemony, orangey top notes are definitely noticeable right off the bat. And then it kind of sinks into this like sweet, summer, hazy, delicious vanilla musk. And it's a little bit ethereal, like it doesn't last super long on my skin, but when it is there, it's like, it's fleeting but beautiful type of vibe. I really like this for the summer. The Yellow House Tarot. This deck is so summery to me, and it's because of this image. And I actually didn't go hunting for it. It just happened to be on top, which makes me really happy. But just this beautiful watercolor of a hammock filled with these soft, luxurious pillows, and the lemonade that's poured, and the flowers, and the overgrown abundance there. Everything about this is just so beautiful and feels like middle of summer to me. And even though a lot of the images are inside the house, there are a number of them that are outside the house as well. And something about it just feels like midsummer to me. And it might be because last summer I got this deck, and so it like imprinted in summer, but like, you know, doing your peach canning and drinking nice cups of tea and your seed magazines or artwork or whatever. I don't know. It just has a very summery vibe. Very summery vibe. I love this deck. Summer. A garden party in the summer. Plus, I just love this nice linen finish, the size of these cards. Like, the experience of working with this deck is so lovely, and the backs are so summery. It's just chef's kiss. It's very summery and very homey, cozy, without feeling like the fall to me. You know what I mean? Like, the tea bags and the tea and the pastries and the cookies and everything is so cozy, but it doesn't feel like cozy fall time. My Sparkle Thoth. I feel like the Thoth is kind of like an unseasonal deck, but because I added all the sparkles to it, it just feels like summery to me. Especially these watery cards that have like the very smooth holographic to them. They just feel summer. Like all the reds, the wand suit, like looking like fireworks with the contact paper. I hope, like I said, with the tarot of the North Atlantic, that it still feels good to use in other seasons. I think it will, because we do have some like darker, more fall looking cards and things that might work over the winter. I think it's maybe least likely to be a springtime deck for me, but yeah, I think that it is pretty summery to me, like heavy mid to late summer. Sistine Tarot. I feel like this has some kind of edgy hot girl summer vibe to it. I can't explain it. There's just something that's like very heat radiating off the pavement type feeling, hot summer night, candles, throwback. I don't know, it just reads as summertime to me, and I love this deck. I think Tarot Monet and Me might be a summer deck too. Keep in mind, this is still that very first prototype, so things have changed for the final edition. But the vibe of this is very much like midsummer, where the foliage is like bloomed. I feel like midsummer is where this deck is like placed within the different imagery. And so I kind of associate it with that. But this is a deck that's neutral enough for me that I can use it all year round too. But yeah, there's just many scenes that are like summer, high summer, very few that are other seasons. I feel like the Herbcrafters is quintessential midsummer too. Or maybe even like a early summer, because you've got a lot of these, some of the herbs and things can feel like a little bit earlier than summer. So early to midsummer is the vibe that I get from this. Like fresh, bright summer. A deck for wonder walking is like my ultimate summer oracle. I mostly use this in the summertime because that's when I like walking the most, but I do use it in the other seasons as well. But something about the color palette just says summertime to me. It's got very watery, emotive type vibe to it. And for me personally, this deck is just best suited for when the weather is really nice, like on a summer evening, when it's cooled down enough that you're not like rushing your walk or sweating when you're, you know, trekking. And you can really just stop to gaze at the different things that you're noticing on your walk and take a breath and absorb your surroundings. And I just love this deck so much for that. It's one of my most like physically embodied decks that I use. And there's no deck that I have that's like this one. The guidebook is so good. I will never write in it because I don't want to wreck it. But the things that the author wrote are just so thought-provoking and lovely, and I can never speak highly enough of this deck, and it's one of those decks that makes me so grateful to be alive to witness this kind of creative outpouring that gets shared with others that get to then incorporate that into their own lives. It's just really special. The Connected and Free Oracle. I've spoken in the past about how I don't use this deck that often, but I do like having it in my collection because sometimes you just need a straightforward, traditional kind of keyword with an image that makes sense type of reading. And if I do want something like that, then this is a great deck for that. I also really like that it has all the different chakra cards, and I think that the artwork style is beautiful, but it is pretty like of a basic functioning oracle deck, and the color palette is very much summer to me. Just feels like a little bit watery, a little bit fiery, and has like this fun fireworky blast type feeling. I don't know, I can't quite put my finger on why, but it just feels like that to me. Synchronicity Oracle. Like, tell me that doesn't look just like summer, right? Joy. There is just a lot of joy and brightness and color to this deck. And I think that that's what elevates it into this summertime feeling for me. It's got like this lightheartedness, this playfulness about it. I think because of the mixed media artwork style, it just has like a lightness about it. Makes you want to like throw cards down in the grass and just like see what happens. Gaia, Lessons from the Earth. This Gaia Oracle is really so rooted in the earth and ecology and the landscape, and the color palette just really also makes me feel like it's a part of what for many is like a high point in the year of summer. And a lot of the foliage is bloomed, and the beach card just feels so summery to me. Yeah, I just feel a summer vibe from this when I think about Gaia, Lessons from the Earth. Oceans, mountains, tides, dunes. It feels summery. It's like you can almost taste the salt water when you look at some of these cards. Well, that's it for my summer decks. This is the fourth season that I've done, the 10 decks per season, and I actually really look forward to the changing of each season so I can kind of take a look at my decks that are still in my collection and decide, you know, which ones I think go with which season. And because of that, I think I might end up still just continuing this little series on, because as you know, a lot of times like decks come and go in my collection. And so the things that I might have chosen last year as my 10 decks might not even be around this year. Who knows? But I think it'll be fun to reassess my collection and see which decks are, you know, a year later would be appropriate per season. So I think I'm just going to keep doing this because it's something that I like. And I hope that you liked it too. If you did, if you could like, comment, subscribe, all the things, that would be very much appreciated, and I will talk to you later. Signing out.